Thank God you're still here. Oh, thank God. Whoa. He defeated all of them by himself? Yeah, good for him. We weren't needed here after all. Damn, he didn't even break a sweat. I feel as though we've only seen a fraction of what he's capable of. Then he wasn't even remotely going all out on us, is essentially what y'all are saying. Regardless, Ymir should be free of danger now. It should be, but I still don't know what the hell's happening. That's a relief. Is everyone ready to head back to the mansion then? I think that's a solitary yes. Thank you again for saving our village, Lord Matteus, was it, I think? Think nothing of it. A little light workout now and then does the body good. Light, right. Okay, sure. A light workout, he says. That's exactly what I just said. I'm not sure we can even imagine how someone of his strength sees the world. You don't want to know. Well, I think it's time we got down to business. Then my wife and I will leave you to it. No, please. You two have long been close to the Imperial family. I think it would be best if you remained. Uh-oh. Does this involve them somehow? Come to think of it, you mentioned aiding His Highness the Prince earlier. Yeah, Cedric, I'm assuming.
The truth is that several days ago, Prince Olivert and Lady Sherazard left for their honeymoon aboard the Courageous II.
Okay.
They have not been seen since.
What? Okay, I thought we were talking Cedric. I didn't think we were talking about Olivert and his fiancée, or wife.
How could they be missing?
And you're certain of this?
I'm afraid so. We haven't been able to reach the ship or any of its crew.
That guy's a
You've
magnet.
lost contact with the entire ship?
They were only just starting their new lives together.
You don't think it could have malfunctioned and crashed, do you? Yuna, let's not, please. Unlikely. It's one of the most advanced airships in the land. I agree. They've always kept it well maintained, too. I think we can discount that possibility, thankfully. Which means that there must be a human culprit behind it. Oh, great. Anyone put out a statement yet? You know, like, if you want to see your beloved prince again, you better pay up, and anything like that. Though we, too, are operating under the belief that this was a deliberate crime, to date, no one has claimed responsibility for it. Interesting. No leads then, huh? The whole situation seems really unnatural. Are we sure the prince isn't deliberately trying to conceal his whereabouts? It wouldn't be the first time. I doubt it. He's got no reason to pretend to be dead like he did during the Great Twilight. And at this point in his life, he isn't the type to worry others without a very good reason. Regardless of the reasons for his disappearance, this is a crisis of national import. It is. Hence, Emperor Eugene, Eugene. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna say Eugene because that's how my eyes are seeing it, because again, I have my computer so far away. Entrusted me with the task of investigating it in secret. So His Majesty doesn't want anyone to know. That makes sense. If the general population were to find out, it would almost certainly spark a panic. That is true. And the unfortunate timing would only serve to throw fuel on the fire. As a precaution, we've only informed those we need to know. That's a good call. The last thing we need is more chaos with the signing ceremony and Crossbell coming up. You don't think this was done by someone who didn't want Crossbell to regain its independence, do you? If it were, they would most likely have issued a statement by now. I'm in agreement with Altina, because I would have thought if they were going to, they would have said something by now. We can't rule out that possibility, but we don't have enough evidence to seriously consider it either. And mobilize the students of the Vander School to help in the search, but we need more people on the ground. Which led me asking for Class 7's assistance. He came to me as a graduate of Thor's, and I agreed to offer him my aid. I spoke to Principal Le Guin to secure her approval, and then summoned those of you here as Class 7's representatives. Ymir was chosen so that we might discuss the situation and search at the same time. So far, that search has not borne fruit, but the appearance of the Magic Knight is concerning. It is. Agreed, it's too odd to be just a coincidence. On another note, this trial gave me an opportunity to see how capable you all are. Okay. I came away very impressed. Good! You should be. You threw your son off a cliff and he climbed, mind you, back up with little to no scratches. His hands might be really hurt, but you know, the rest of him is just fine and dandy. You threw your son off a cliff. That's a relief. I'm glad we didn't disappoint. As if we would. And Kurt, I'm especially impressed with the capable young man you've become. Yes, I'm very impressed that I did not kill you by throwing you off a fucking cliff. Thanks, Dad. Thank you, Father.
That said, I must hear your answer.
Oh, boy.
Are you willing to assist in the search for Prince Oliver and Lady Sherazade?
Can birds fly?
Erebonian needs Prince Olivert, and he has done more for Class 7 than we can ever repay him for.
And isn't he now the supposed crown prince since Cedric went AWOL?
I don't know who or what is responsible for his disappearance, but none of us can turn a blind eye to it. We will devote all we have to finding and, if necessary, rescuing him. I'm sure all of the others who couldn't join us would say the same thing.
Excellent. Then consider yourselves entrusted with this task. We'll be counting on you.
Right!
Now, the matter being confidential does mean we cannot officially mobilize the army to aid in the search. If there's anyone you trust to bring in for additional help, however, you have full permission to share this information.
We ought to get the rest of Class 7.
Understood.
Though our assistance may be minuscule in comparison, we will do whatever we can. The Isengard Range is our backyard, so we could mount a thorough search of it and the surrounding area.
Your help is much appreciated, Lord Schwarzer.
Haven't accepted him. Yeah. We know about that. Why do we keep seeing Rean half naked? I mean, I'm not complaining, but jeez. Bathing twice in one day feels a little indulgent, but I can't have any lingering fatigue holding me back. I'm gonna need to contact my old classmates to discuss how to approach the search as soon as possible. Yeah, I was just about to say, if there's anyone else I trust, it's the rest of old Class 7. But boy, what a day. Wait a minute, that means Crow! Ah! I'm honored to have the chance to face the Thunder God one-on-one. I'm more excited that I might see Crow again! I just wish I could have put up more of a fight. Rean, you did fine! Maybe the Divine Blade now, but I still have a long way to go to feel truly... Yeah. Rean, you're fine the way you are. You're gonna improve with time. Still, that's not the most pressing issue right now. No, it's not! I'm also more concerned about why all those magic knights have been appearing. And what that strange feeling... Yeah, wasn't that the only time you ever had it was around when the magic knights popped up? Oh, god damn it, not again! It's happening! Huh? Don't fucking tell me. Ishmelga?
You are... I am...
That's white-haired Rean!
Do not
White-haired...
lose sight of yourself.
Huh?
That sounds like...
Osborne?
Swords are without form and exist within oneself. If you have need of your blade, you need only
must
to
be a
grasp
master
it in your
Kai-Fi dude.
mind.
grasp it in my mind.
Did he just cut his other self and...
Your Excellency.
Well, isn't this a rather precarious situation we found ourselves in? I mean, I'm not complaining, but a little too much eye candy, guys.
So it really was you.
Something seemed amiss. Thought my advice may help.
Oh, it was you. How did... I'm not even
Thank
gonna
you.
ask.
It really did. This silence is so intimidating.
It doesn't really help the both of yous are, you know, half naked in a hot spring. Crow would be very mad with you, Rean.
I hope I haven't disappointed him by letting him see me like that.
Rean, you're practically half naked in front of him. At this point,
Rean Schwarzer.
Yes, that is his name.
Sir,
I am very grateful to you.
I'm sorry, does anyone else see where his eyes are? the little smirk is not helping. Oh, I'm being so very inappropriate right now, but I'm so sorry. I can't unsee it.
for what?
For all you have done for Kurt.
Oh, lordy.
The hot springs won't do you any good by standing.
Why not? I thought you were enjoying the view there, friend.
I suppose you're right.
I've long been aware of my son's burdens. His worries stemming from House Vander being stripped of its long-held duty to protect the Imperial family, of concern for Prince Cedric. Yet as a father, I chose not to console him. I do not regret that decision. But I am relieved that he found you to help him break free of his shell. He's grown more than I ever could have imagined. That is why I am grateful.
It's not a bad
So
kid.
you were still thinking of him. In your own way.
Yes, tossing one's kid off the mountain always does tend to do that.
Truthfully, I don't think I deserve the credit you're giving me. Kurt's development came from his own ceaseless hard work, and the support of the friends he met along the way.
All of that was only possible because of your guiding hand.
Perhaps.
I certainly tried to play a part, but I still think my role was minor.
Rean, you don't give yourself enough credit. There's a lot of crap you do for these people.
I'd like to ask, why were you withholding your strength during our
Oh,
duel?
no, not again! Rean! Didn't you and Laura already have this discussion?
Was I?
Oh god, he's not aware of it.
Even I would struggle against a divine blade of the Eight Leaves School fighting at their best.
I think you're overestimating me as much as Countess Le Guin did. I played more of a supporting role after my students arrived, but I wasn't shying away either, I assure you. I'm simply not capable enough to do that against an opponent of your caliber.
Then that leaves only one other possibility.
And that would be what?
Something weighs heavily upon you.
I could name a few, yes.
Then you could tell.
It came through loud and clear as we crossed blades.
I suppose strength like yours wouldn't come without being so perceptive as well.
Does this worry relate to the state I found you in earlier?
I'm honestly not sure myself.
Well, it's gotta come from somewhere.
I see. No situation is too complex for the warrior who follows a simple course. We use our skill to protect that which we cherish. We need not strength for anything more.
I'm ashamed to have almost forgotten something so fundamentally important. Thank you for reminding me of that, Your Excellency.
I do wonder. I'm not sure what the other Rean represents, aside from self-confidence issues, but that wouldn't be the first time. Spent longer in there than I planned to, but thanks to the pep talk, I feel a lot better now. I don't want to stay out too long and be late for the meeting back home. But that's not until later, so I think I can walk around and cool off. Oh, good lord. I could have my students and myself run around butt naked if I so choose. Or just barely, rather.
There's Kurt on the lookout platform again.
Oh, Instructor Rean. I came to enjoy the foot bath since we'll be heading out tomorrow. It's so relaxing that my mind must have wandered off. I've been thinking about all sorts of things. I know the feeling. The foot bath seems to have that kind of effect on people. If anyone would know, it would be you. I guess this falls into the scope of your hot springs expertise. I'm worried about Prince Oliver and Shara, but that just makes me more pumped up to give it my all tomorrow. Same here. I'll be counting on you. Talking to you again, are we, Kurt? This view's just as beautiful in the evening as it is in the day. Yeah, on a clear night, you can see a whole sea of stars up there. Thank you for supporting me today, Instructor. I feel much more confident in my own abilities after the battle earlier. Glad to hear it. But you still look like something's bothering you. I know Prince Oliver's disappearance is weighing on you, sure, but I feel like there's something else on your mind. You really can see through me, can't you? After training under you for so long, I was able to show my father how much I've improved. Between that and the fact we Vanders are once more able to serve as guardians to the Imperial family, I should be happy. But the man I swore to protect is no longer within my reach. So that's what's bothering you. The rumors of him becoming an Ouroboros enforcer are certainly concerning. Without a doubt. And if they are indeed true, I cannot say I don't understand what drove him And if they are indeed true, I cannot say I don't understand what drove him into it. All his life he's been denied the freedom to choose his own destiny. He was treated as an object, sheltered as a youth, then used and tormented as he grew into a man, all because of his royal blood. So, when he was given the chance to live a life of his own, chosen for the first time, he took it. I can emphasize. It does make a certain kind of sense. Of course, that empathy does not mean I've given up on bringing him back. I think I made that perfectly clear to him when we last spoke. I told him that we need to start seeing each other as we are.
I don't know when I'll have the chance, but one day I will go and find him. I don't know where we'll take it once I do, but if nothing else, I want him to know how I feel.
Did I see something strange? Not at all. I thought I was going to need to give you some encouragement, but you picked yourself right back up. Just like you did when you were knocked down. Just like you did when you were knocked off that cliff earlier. I still haven't quite wrapped my brain around that one. I was just acting out of desperation, that's all. Your father really does think too highly of me. You and the others would have grown up just fine even without me. I'm inclined to disagree, Instructor. Wait, did you have a chance to talk to him? A little. We ran into one another in the springs, and he gave me some excellent advice. He made me a man of few words, but he possessed a tremendous kindness. I was honestly kind of intimidated by him at first, but now I can see the caring heart under that scary... I was honestly kind of intimidated by him at first, but now I can see the caring heart under that scary exterior. I should have known it wouldn't take you long to see him for who he really was. Outside of combat or training, he's a gentle, kindly man. He doesn't smile much and has never been one to speak his feelings, so he's very easily misunderstood. He once learned that the local children were scared of him and spent the entire day upset that he could have caused them any distress. As absurd as that sounds, it also makes perfect sense. Yeah, you're not kidding. Because that is by no means the kind of feel I got from him. You really do respect him, though, huh? Of course. He's the pride of my whole family, myself included. I'm glad to hear it. Well, I'm gonna head off. There's still a while until the meeting, but try not to stay out into the cold too long, alright? I'll be sure to stay warm. See you later. Yeah, not gonna lie, that is by no means the impression I got of his father. His father seemed like one of those strict nobles. Or not nobles, but strict military men that just, aren't looking to really talk and share feelings. Just kind of all work and no play kind of vibe. But then again, Kurt would obviously know his own father better than I would. It sounds like she's deep in conversation about a mission. Yeah, or detailing how she scared me half to death considering I thought we were allies and then suddenly weren't and now we are again. Best not to interrupt. Progress in Rean's story has been locked for now? Ooh, that's interesting. Progress in one or both of the other stories in order to continue. Right, so in other words, that means we're going back to Lloyd's.